LeetCode 2348, number of zero-filled subarrays. Not a hard problem. Let's dive right in. Given an integer array nums, return the number of subarrays filled with 0. Subarray is a contiguous, non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Example 1, we have our nums array. We have 1, 3, 0. There's a subarray, 0. We get to the next 0, that's another subarray. And we also add this as a subarray. So when we have 2 in a row, it becomes 1 plus 1. But actually we have the preceding one. So we have 1, and then we have 1 plus 1. And that's 3. So if we're on 2 zeros, 1 plus 1 is 2. We could just reduce that to 2. And so that's 2 plus 1 is 3, and we have 1, and then 1 plus 1, which is 2, plus 1 is 3. So that makes 6 for this one. 6 contiguous subarrays. We have 1, 1, 1. We have 1, and then 2, and then 3. So there's 6. What if we have 3? What if we have 3? So we notice that we have the pattern here where we have 1, and we increase that to the next 0. We have 2 subarrays. We have a subarray here and a subarray here. So 2 zeros. For the second 0, we have to add 2. How many do we add for the third 0? Do we add 2? Do we add 3? Is it that simple? Let's take a look and see if we can get that pattern out of this. So here we have 1, and then we have 1 plus 1, which is 2. And then we get to the next one. We have 1 plus another 1 plus another 1. Well, that's 3. So we'd have 3 plus 2 plus 1. Or if we add them from left to right, we have 1. Keep that in our tally. And then we have 2. Keep that in our tally. And then we have 3. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 6. Okay. So that seems to work. As many zeros as we have, we can just add that to the count. So we have a 0 count. We have 3 zeros in a row. We're going to add 3 to our result. And so again, we had 2 zeros in a row. We remember from above that that was 3. 1 and 2 plus 1. Right, so the pattern does hold. So in this case, we'd have 6 and 3, and then we return 9. So now we can jump into the coding. It's really that simple. No diagram is really even needed. However, I do have one in my solution that I just posted, which will be linked in the description down here. And that shows pretty much what goes on here. We have 1 0, we have 1. 2 zeros is 1, and 2 plus 1, which is 3, and 3 zeros is 1, and 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 1 is 6. Looks like I got a typo in there. So let's, good thing I made the video. I wouldn't have noticed that typo there. So thanks for being my audience so I can correct my errors, everybody. Now let's go back to the code. There we go. All right, so we start out with a result and a 0 count. We're going to set the 0 count as 1 and use the much maligned and hated post increment operator. I use it in the for loop, and I use it for my 0 count. I'll mention about it in a minute for the people who hate it. But we start out with 0. For I is 0, I is less than num's length, I plus plus. Num's I is 0. If it's 0, then we're going to add 0 count to our result. That's 1. And then we're going to post increment 0 count so that now the next time we get another 0, it's going to be 2. So 0 count will be 2. So we start out as 0 is 1. So we add 1 to our result. And that will happen in our array. We have 1. We'll add 0 to our result. The result will be 1. And in the next one, next 0 we get, which is a contiguous 0. Result count is going to be incremented. So result count is 2. And then we're going to add that to result. So 2 plus 1. That would give us a 3 for this. So we would have 2 plus 1. So now result count would be 3. Because 0 count is now 2. So we add 2 to the 1, and that makes 3. And then we get to the next number is 2, and we have to reset 0 count. It's as simple as that. And that's the algorithm. That's all it is. We're essentially done. It's the same pattern throughout the whole array. There's no different value for this set of zeros as there are for this set of zeros. Any subarray of the number of zeros is going to be the same. That's all there is to it, folks. Thanks very much for watching, and this is like the third time I've made this video. Making the videos actually really does help. I encourage other people to do it. It doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. Even if you don't show the video to anybody else, it will help you with keeping yourself honest and your presentational skills. Thanks for watching.